Hello, hello, good evening. I'm just doing sunset stroll from Lan Kwai Fong all the way to Wan Chai. Um, I just want to get a show of hands and see whether anyone is watching this. Okay, so this is a very leisurely sunset stroll from Wan Chai to um, from Central to Wan Chai. I don't know whether you're picking this up. And if you do, let me know. Just say hi to me. I'm not 100% sure. So just type something. If you can hear me okay, just type and say you can hear me. Not 100% sure. So I'm just using the Etchin channel to broadcast this. So this is going to be just one sunset stroll from Lan Kwai Fong Central all the way to Wan Chai. See whether anyone is watching. So this is a live broadcast. I will pass by my favorite Pepe store in Wan Chai, which is called Awfully Hot, and we will stop by there to say hi to um, the store manager. Okay, can you hear me? Type something if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Just type something so I know that my mic is working. Okay, so this is Central, as you can see. I'm just walking over. Um, this is Wyndham Street. Like I've lost some weight quite recently because I tell myself between now and June 4th, which is 20 days from now, I am targeting um, just a little bit below 71 kg. Okay, so it seems like Anna Chan just type and say my sound is okay, right? So this is entertainment building. The final destination is Awfully Hot, which is a store that has a lot of pâtés and linju and all that, right? So I'm just um, showing you the neon lights of Central, and this is I name it Money Talk and Sunset Walk. So we are at sunset, and you can hear me okay, right? For those who are watching, I hope so. So I'm just waiting for the light to turn green, and while I'm doing broadcasts, uh, there's a lot of people coming out now. So it's around dinner time, and the night is not dark yet. But I promised myself I have to do something with this action channel. I call it like a multilingual channel. I know there is not enough English speaking guests who can appear on my show, and it is quite difficult, honestly, to produce one English episode a day. So maximum maybe 3 to 4 English speaking episodes. So I make it more like a multi channel. Okay, so that's the target. But then again, for this etching channel, the title, I'm thinking about like 2 to 3 different titles to attract more audience into this channel. So now it's called Etching Channel, but I'm thinking of changing it to Etching Life, 前之見, Etching Life, LIVE, Etching Life, 前之見, or Etching World, 前之見. Just to, so in the Google search and the YouTube search, when I have my Chinese name, 前之見, sometimes it attracts more people to this channel, right? And I think I will include dog training at the Etching channel. How's the sound? Is it okay? Now this is the Galleria, number 9 Queens Road. I used to work here, number 9 Queens Road. So that was my first job when I relocated back to Asia. I joined a hedge fund company, a London FTSE 250 company called the Man Group. That was way back in year 2000. So I was trading North American long short and global long short in Canada back in the mid 90s when the internet technology stocks just got started. I don't know whether any of you heard of names like Netscape. Netscape sounds like pretty much like a dinosaur name, but that's an ISP, Internet Service Provider. So you have to get the word out for me too, for those who are watching this, because the reason why I'm doing this whole YouTube thing, it's very simple. I want to get the Hong Kong message across. People will still remember the Hong Kong story. Now, for the influencers who are overseas, they can talk more about the political situation of Hong Kong. And I have definitely some restriction, because with the enactment of the national security law, definitely there are certain things I cannot go off limit, so to speak. So I have my own difficulties in terms of doing broadcasting, and a lot of people are monitoring what everyone is saying. Hong Kong is not free anymore, right? So that's the sad part about Hong Kong. When I see a lot of, all these financial services firm, Cheung Kong Building, Bank of China, things, from the outside still looks okay, but actually the DNA of Hong Kong has changed so much that it becomes kind of unrecognizable right now. There's a lot of fear in the city. That used to be rule of law. Right now it's ruled by fear. So that's the sad part, and no one is willing to talk anymore, which is the sad, very sad part. Yeah, loud and clear from your supporter. Thank you, Wilfred. It is important to know that people are watching this live, and And once again, I am walking from Central all the way to Wan Chai to visit my favorite Pepe store. There are two of them, one on Hollywood Road and one on Queens Road near Hopwell, just diagonal to Hopwell Center. So I will stop there once I arrive Wan Chai. So for those who are watching this channel, where are you from? Are you watching from Hong Kong or from overseas? What are your plans? Would you visit Hong Kong soon? I mean, regardless of the COVID situation, with the Immigration Ordinance Amendment on August 1st, there's a fear that those who come to Hong Kong could be barred from entry. And those who want to leave, the immigration department got discretionary power to stop people from leaving. So this is the fear that we have. So it's something I think a lot of people are concerned about, whether they should still stay in Hong Kong permanently. I don't have an answer. Jinzo works very hard, thank you. So I'm not working very hard. I just think that I'm having a countdown on what I can do in Hong Kong. I have a feeling that even for very mild programs like these, like we might not be able to do it for too long. So, because what the Hong Kong government, what Carrie Lam promised, actually, it's all empty promises. Well, she talked about the national security law would not affect a lot of people, right? And right now, the pro-democracy camp, so to speak, it's all dissolved right now. So this is more like a political purge that's going on, and a lot of people don't see light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, so as a law-abiding citizen, Hong Konger, I have to wait for the signal light. Okay, someone just crossed, but not me. If I'm doing live broadcasting, and so it's a little bit sad, honestly, to see, like the city has turned into something that we have unfree speech right now. Definitely, this is quite surreal. So, as I say, I don't know how long I can do this reporting. I have to find a way to bridge the gap, because most of the influencers in Hong Kong or overseas, they do the broadcast in Cantonese. Okay, so there's a lack of English speaking broadcast. So that's something that worries me. I mean, after all, you cannot just watch CNBC Asia and Bloomberg to think that everything is fine in Hong Kong, and everything is just not fine. Look at the 55 who were arrested because of participating or organizing the primary election for the pandemic. Well, ended up 47 were charged, and I think over 30 some odd numbers are still in detainment, either in Leipzig Corp or at Stanley Prison. So I was talking to Philip Kahn, who Gan Homing in Chinese, that's his name. He is a member of the election committee for the chief executive. He wasn't quite sure whether he will be so-called like qualified to be one of the 1,500 who will choose the next CE, the chief executive. But no matter what, I personally, I think there's no point right now in entering any electoral campaign or electoral race, you know, trying to contest for a seat in the legislature. There is no point in doing it. And why? Because there are still all the pandemics are wiped out. 33, I think 33 of them are in detention at the detention center, or actually they put them physically inside a prison. So what's the point? What's the point of contesting for a seat if Hong Kong is not free? So this is my 2 cents. How do you like watching this live? Type me something if you like what you see tonight. I'm kind of sweating myself. Yeah, just type me something if you like this type of broadcast. Actually, I have a small team helping me with the production. And today, today is the day that people come here for a vigil of Leung Ling Kit. Okay, this is Leung Ling Kit, the gentleman who jumped down from Pacific Place. Okay, so there's a little bit of some sort of a candlelit, not candlelit vigil, but just to remember Leung Ling Kit. All right. I don't know whether you can see this, but let's not forget what Leung Ling Kit, what Mr. Leung has sacrificed for us. Okay. So this is just less than 2 years ago, and then he fell from up there. And as you can see, there's a lot of policemen, you know, PPRB, and then those who are just watching. This is like Queen's Row. So this is something that's quite surreal when you see like Hong Kong's DNA has changed, and then, you know, like it becomes a city of fear. Yeah. Of course, they want to just want every Hong Konger and those who live overseas just to forget about what happened in the democracy fight over the summer of 2019. So this is something that a totalitarian regime would do, you know, to clamp down on people's freedom of expression, and as I alluded to earlier, this is quite surreal. Isn't Hong Kong great? It used to be great. I mean, the neon lights are great, but then like the DNA has changed so much. My heart bleeds every time. Sorry. Let me put it nicely. My heart bleeds every time when I have to think about all those young people, and especially Mr. Leung, who jumped down from Pacific Place. This is something we all have to remember. Someone just sacrificed his life for the totalitarian regime. So, anyways, let's talk about something less pathetic. It's sad. It's just sad every time when I think about what happened. That we have to move on, in life, and now as I said, we don't have free speech. Anyways, we will go to a very happy place called the Awfully Hot, which there's a lot of Pepes. The artist actually is from the U.S. and what Pepe stands for, it's not anti Donald Trump. Actually, it's anti so-called the establishment. It's a cartoonish frog figure. So it's honestly the reason why the cartoonists make up that character. It's because you cannot really just succumb to everything that those in charge, whatever they say, you have to comply with. You have to be inquisitive. You have to ask questions. You have to challenge those with power. So that's what Pepe is. Okay, so this is Queens Road, and we're slowly walking towards the Pepe store. And one thing that's quite hilarious, some sort of comic relief, and I'm sure you heard about this massage parlor high-profile raid that happened 1 month ago. South China Morning Post, SCMP, broke the news out on Wednesday midnight. That means Tuesday evening, Wednesday morning. And then some other media caught the news, and it became like a front page news on Apple Daily on Wednesday and also Thursday. Have you caught the news? The massage parlor. This is a Mon Chai. But the mysterious thing is, the news got disseminated by South China Morning Post, 南華早報, but then there were no details. When did the NSD, actually he was just the number 2 guy, Frederick Choi, the number 1 person of the NSD department. It's a lady. I think his post, Frederick, is director of NSD department. And above him, that lady is the deputy commissioner, Fu Chuzhou, right? And I think he is, his official title in Cantonese is 助理處長，同埋國安公署處長, something like that, right? So it's kind of a, mysteries that's not resolved. Now, I was just reading comments from the netizens. Talk about this so-called high-profile scandal. The massage parlor. Did it really exist? No one sees it. It's just like an announcement saying that, hey, this guy went to a unlicensed massage parlor, and the netizen says, is it more like a brothel? Whether there's any below age masseurs involved, any policemen caught during the raid by the other police, and was it involved with some sort of a human trafficking ring as well? So these are questions that can never be answered because they say it's national security. But then we know that Frederick Choi, who is now, I think, having some sort of a leave of absence. I think he will not hold the post as the NSD director anymore. Sad. But some people think this is just political infighting. Just like the movie Internal Affairs, 無間道, right? So in high pressure cooking environment like Hong Kong, it is good to have some sort of a comic relief. Okay, so where am I? I am walking towards awfully hot. It's an accessory store. Okay, and and I have to switch channel. I have to switch back to Cantonese. So this is the awfully hot store, and this is my favorite Pepe. So this is the new Pepe. As I mentioned, Pepe means some sort of a resistance. So this is Hopwell store, and I'm just gonna go in to talk to the store manager. Hello, Jerry. Hello. Hey ho. So I'll switch channel from English to Cantonese. 頭先咧喺中環行過嚟，
都好快啊！
係啊，好快係，等你上下鏡先。
好 ，Hello。
係啦，好。呢位係個 store manager。OK， 好啦，不如咧介紹下啦，即係你啲 stuffed toys 啊。
一隻啊。
係。頭先見到 OK 呢個。
上下鏡先係。
咁呢個係細粒啲嘅喎，呢個。
係啊，佢可以。
我諗呢度啦，會光啲。係。
係 可以除晒啲衫出嚟嘅咯，呢個
係
係可以換個套衫。
換個套衫，依家係工人係咪？工人衫。
係啊，仲有兩個粉紅波波。
粉紅波波係，即係頭先咧，即係我講過啦，即係 Pepe 係，因為我而家入咗嚟呢度咧，唔知收唔收到，聽唔聽到，打啲 comments 俾我，因為裏邊就可能收得唔係咁好，不過你見到啦，即係有好多 comments 喺度。
係。
咁嗱呢個都好得意，呢個係咪個筆套嚟？筆袋 Sad frog。Can you hear it？ 聽到啊？啲聽眾觀眾們唔知喺邊度。咁呢個就醫生啦，醫生 Pepe 我有噶啦。醫生。OK， 咁呢個阿仔有嘅，呢個連珠。可唔可以講一講你喺邊度啊？個 location 呢度係？
呢個係皇后大道東182號咯，喺合和斜對面咯。係啦。
係啊，合和斜對面。OK， 咁就另外有一間咧，就係喺荷里活道。
係啊，
就喺47號。咁嗰間就個櫥窗就大啲嘅。
係大啲啊。
咁嗰度。
同埋嗰個明顯啲咯，個鋪位。
係啦。咁呢個就斜對面，直情喺合和嗰度。OK 啦，咁呢個係我冇嘅。
呢個得意嘅
呢個得意嘅。咁其實佢哋係有啲飾物喺度嘅，係咯。好啊，唔阻住你收工，應該收幾點鐘啊？
差唔多啦，我哋收8點，而家改咗時間。
OK， 咁加油啦！即係依家
艱難時刻。
係好艱難啊！即係賣 Pepe 其實都好艱難，因為Pepe 係有一個特別嘅意義喺度。
象徵。
咁就個意義我唔係個個好明白咁希望有啲人唔明仲好過明要明嘅就會明白點解會有即係 Pepe 個意義就係don't give up 即係一個keep 住一個憤怒一個抗爭嘅一個咁嘅 spirit。好啦，加油！
好，你都係，大家加油！
我繼續行埋我嗰段路。拜拜。Okay, so this is the Pepe store. Well, it says buy business and rent. Okay. Buy business and rent. So what does that mean? Buy the business and rent. That means, even a Pepe store is under a lot of political pressure, right? Just like Chicky Duck. I'm sure you know about the Chicky Duck story. The store got raided by the NSL police a little bit over a week ago. And Awfully Hot is just a women accessory store, but they also carry a line of Pepe stuffed animals, stuffed toys. Okay. So, and I think I will approach the owner. I still haven't met the owner. I know the owner has a lot of heart, and I hope they can carry on with the product line. And not a lot of stores are carrying Pepe anymore. Okay, so I've reached the destination. This is a Tesla store, and I'm not buying a Tesla. I'm fine with my old beat-up vehicle. I think we have to diligently do our financial planning in this difficult time, and if you have more resources, support those who are under detainment, support those in different ways through Patreon and some other shape or form, because a lot of these fighters you know, are charged with breaching the NSO. So I'm just short of words to describe how I feel now. But anyways, 都係嗰句，香港人加油. And if you like what you see, just type me more comments, because it's as I alluded to earlier, I don't know how long I can do this, whether a live broadcast on this Etchin channel, and give me some idea if I change the name from Etchin channel to Etchin Life and add 前之見 after the word Etchin Life. Do you think it's a much better way to attract more audience on this channel? Because when you have the Chinese name, I think that the algorithm, it helps when they see my Chinese name as well. But anyways, be water, 香港人加油.